סטודיום ישראל רמת גן. זה משחק בנבחרות הנערות עד גיל 17 של ישראל נגד צפון אירלנד במוקדמות אליפות אירופה 2022. Hello and welcome to Ramat Gan Stadium for the match between Israel and Faroe Island, Northern Ireland, under 70 women national team at the UEFA Euro 2021 qualifier. ההתאחדות לכדורגל מבקשת להודות לשותפים העסקיים המלווים אותה, בראש ובראשונה עיתון החסות הראשי בית ההשקעות אלטשולר שחר המלווה את הנבחרת קמפיין 50 ברציפות, אלקטרה מוצרי צריכה, פומה המלבישה הרשמית של נבחרת ישראל, פקטורי 54 יבואני תומר אלפיגר המספקת חליפות ייצוגיות לשחקני הנבחרת, חברת הנציעות צבא, משרד הכרטיסים לאן וחברת מי עדן. ההתאחדות לכדורגל גאה להיות שותפה במיזמים חברתיים המשלבים בין ספורט לקהילה מקדמים אחריות חברתית, ביניהם ילדים בסיכוי, שער שוויון, מגן הכבוד, מדינת הכדורגל, מרכז פרס השלום, לחדשנות ועוד. ונעבור לצגת השחקניות בתחילה הנבחרת האורחת צפון אירלנד. איריס ישר נראה לה for Northern Ireland. Number 1, מספר 1, goalkeeper, אריק מקליסטר. Number 2, מספר 2, סרה רידי. Number 4, מספר 4, אדי סוויטלאב. Number 5, מספר 5, מקילה וויליגוד. Number 6, מספר 6, ריאה מרקס קפטן. Number 7, קרי הלידי. Number 8, מספר 8, הליטר. Number 10, מספר 10, נעמי מקליסטר. Number 12, פלאווה קיי. Number 17, רייצ'ל מקניצ'ר. Head coach, אדי ויילי. עכשיו נבחרת ישראל, בואו נעשה קצת כפיים לכל השחקניות. אנחנו נתחיל בשער מספר 18,
ברק. מספר 3, עופרי סאקר. מספר 4, דולב עובדיה. מספר 5, ספיר אלבז. מספר 6,
One, two. Good afternoon and welcome to the Ramat Gan National Stadium here in Israel, and we are live for coverage of an essential and very important match between Israel under-17s women and Northern Ireland. top of the table clash here in Israel. We're live on national TV, so we've got multi-camera coverage here for you today in a match which the winner of which will be promoted through to League A. And if you're in League A, it means you have a chance of the actual finals themselves next year. So working 1 year behind here on the League B. The teams will be out very shortly. In fact, here they come, right on cue. We are taking pictures live here from our friends over in Israeli national TV. Teams are coming out onto the pitch. And as they line up, let's have a quick look at the Israeli lineup. The home team, and they've got a very strong lineup indeed here. There are goals throughout the team. Look at their results over the past few years. Every one of these players has scored goals, and none more so than Eva Srebnenko, the number 10 up front. Very dangerous player indeed. She's already scored twice in this tournament, once against the Faroe Islands and once against Luxembourg.
ישראל, קהל נכבד, התקווה.
Pretty long national anthem there from the Israelis. This is the Northern Ireland team, and the big news in warm-up was that Sophie Gargan, one of the strong players in the team, and certainly one of the first names on the sheet, has gone and pulled up in the warm-up, and she has been replaced by Olivia Stubbs, the number 19. Of course, Amy Kerr there, the number 8 winner, scoring the winning goal, the winning penalty in the 89th minute against Luxembourg. A match they were 2-1 down in until 2 goals very late on pulled it back. We are taking pictures and audio from our friends in Israel, and do apologise, a little bit of clicking I can hear on the audio coming through, but the important thing is we are getting good pictures, and hopefully they'll be able to resolve their little sound issue here. But if not, I'm sure it's not going to spoil the enjoyment of what should be a very entertaining game. Two teams, they've both played the Faroe Islands and Luxembourg, have both won. The key fact here that a draw will mean that Israel will top the group on goal difference. They managed to beat Luxembourg by 5-1. In fact, didn't beat Faroe Islands by as many goals as Northern Ireland did. Northern Ireland won 3-0, Israel won 2-0. But when it came to Luxembourg, well, it was a 2-1 victory for Northern Ireland, but a 5-1 victory for the Faroe Islands. So a draw will do for Israel. The onus is on Northern Ireland to win this match and progress into Group A for the 2023 competition. Well, if any of you were watching the schools final earlier on the IFA YouTube channel, thoroughly enjoyable game there, watching St Coulomb School come through 5-1 victors over St Louis. So the roads back to Derry tonight will be pretty packed with celebrating schoolboys and schoolgirls. There was quite a crowd there today, and here's the second match of the day here on the Northern Ireland channel. It should be a fascinating match for sure. Israel in the light blue, of course. Do I really need to say this? And Northern Ireland in, of course, the traditional green. So Rachel McIntyre looking to get us underway here. We're just waiting for the officials to get the nod from UEFA. I would imagine the man in the lower half of the screen in the suit is from UEFA. One of the things about this group, although it is actually immaterial here, this is just a single match to decide, but there is another match taking place exactly at this time, which is the other match in the group. But for the reason I explained earlier, that match is totally not important in the whole scheme of things. Both teams have already lost both their matches. Northern Ireland get the first throw here. Here's Tweedy. Nice conditions. Pretty hot. Certainly a lot nicer than some of the weather we're having in the UK at the moment. Ben Barrack, who started the competition as the reserve goalkeeper, but she's got the nod for this one. Cleared by the captain, Riley Marks. Oh, good opportunity there, just ball got intercepted, but there'll still be a shot. And that one goes wide from Naomi McLaughlin. Well, first shot of the match goes to Northern Ireland. One thing I noticed from looking at some highlights is Ben Barrett doesn't like to take the goal kick. She doesn't seem to have a long goal kick on her. She always goes short, as she did there. Challenge from Zohar Gat there, centre midfield. Israel playing a 4-3-3, just as Northern Ireland are. So none of this extra man, they can all pair up. It is noticeable that Israel do seem to drop two players back very quickly when Northern Ireland are attacking. There. Here's Elbaz with the throw. Nice turn. a chance for Stubbs. I only found out 20 minutes ago she was going to be starting when Sophie Gargan, don't know any details of her injury, but certainly it was bad enough for her not to start. That is a blow for the Northern Ireland under-17s. That's a great ball down the line. Here's a chance for Stubbs, and solid defence from Ofri Saka there of Israel. Great ball down the left wing, and Stubbs was away. Both teams have only conceded 1 goal so far, so you might not expect a lot of goals in this match. Although you could argue the other way around. Northern Ireland have scored 5 and Israel have scored 7, so something's got to give here today. Stubbs getting a lot of early ball in this match so far. There was Marks, slight miss kick, and gets the ball away, and here's Israel on the counter-attack. I mean, all Northern Ireland so far in this first 5 minutes. Don't even know what shirt the Northern Ireland goalkeeper's wearing at the moment. Another great ball over, that will be offside. And Kerry Halliday, she might appeal for it, but there's no doubt that is it's only about maybe what? A bit closer, but yeah, definitely off. I think there was a player offside at the lower end, but not that that matters these days, of course. The ever-changing offside rule. Sure that general football fan really actually know exactly what it is at the moment. There's another good ball again down the line, and there was Rachel McIntyre chasing to get on the end of it. Header won by McLaughlin. Here's Sweetlove. Nice bit of turn at the back there from Wild Goose, who's already shown that she's a bit of a player. Centre half for Northern Ireland. That ball's just run on. First attempted shot, but the goalkeeper will come out and take it. Wild Goose, Michaela Wild Goose, number 5 for Northern Ireland, scored 2 goals so far, 1 in each game. Bad for a centre half when you're also stopping them going in. Bit of interplay there, but again that's cut out from Sweetlove. Zohar Gat, the number 8, very important player for Israel. Pretty much roams around. She stood on the ball there, commentator's curse. And here's an opportunity now. Amy Kerr down the right. She's only got 1 to beat there, but she didn't fancy it, and in the end tried something a little bit too fancy. Israel certainly look like a team that depend on Zohar Gat a lot. The number 8, there she is again. Another loose ball off her foot, and here's a chance for McLaughlin. Fails to control. So far Northern Ireland are totally on top in this match. There's Israel defenders don't believe in holding back, do they, when they come in and challenge it? If you're one of the Northern Ireland coaching staff, you might be noting that they like to throw their bodies in, and could be opportunities later on with that sort of play. If the back line are not going to hold up, you get stuck in. Wild Goose. She's looking to play the long ball. What a ball that is! Just held up a little bit for Halliday. Wasn't favourable for her at all, but she does win the throw. I think the Israelis have certainly noticed there that Wild Goose has got a great right foot on her. That was good distance and good accuracy. I do hope we have got a bit of clicking on our audio from Israel, but it's not bad, is it? It's not really that off-putting. It's all about the action on the pitch. Here's Stubbs looking for support, but she doesn't get it. Gives it away needlessly. Northern Ireland had built a good situation there. Israel piling players forward. Wonderful foot in there from Abby Sweetlove. Northern Ireland looking to get down that left wing time and time again. A match that Northern Ireland have to win. They've started off at the races for sure. Well, here we are coming up to, what, 9 minutes on the clock. And possession has certainly been 80-85% Northern Ireland's way. Whenever Israel get the ball, they don't hold on to it for any longer than 10 seconds. Clara Quick clears her line. The left back. Northern Ireland's goals so far. 4 out of 5 of them have been in the 65th minute or above. So they're used to scoring goals late on in the match as well, so don't be disappointed if we don't see any goals early on. But it is so far one-way pressure here. Kerry Halliday trying to lob that one in, but a slight miscue. But even there you can see it's 2-on-2 in the box. They're getting players up. That was it. Kerry Halliday and certainly swapping wings from time to time. Already we've seen one switch. McIntyre there, another throw for Northern Ireland. So there is another match taking place here, Luxembourg and the Faroe Islands, but that is for 3rd, 4th place. So of no consequence. This was the seeded match for which would decide 1 and 2, and results have gone as expected. There's Gat, who can play with both feet. We've already seen that. Skillful player indeed. She's one to watch out for, and of course player I mentioned earlier, Stribnenko, number 10 up front for Israel. I don't think she's had a touch of the ball yet, to be honest. She has been a prolific goal scorer throughout her short career in the under-17s. Of course, players don't last too long here because they get older. Stribnenko's probably coming towards the end of her, I haven't checked her date of birth, but it's probably coming towards the end of her time here in this under-17 squad. There she is with the blonde hair and the headband, the black headband. Oh, that's brilliant play from Northern Ireland, playing it out from the back. Great ball down the line from Tweedy. There's players in the box here, that's a dangerous cross. And Ben Barrett does well. That wasn't an easy take for her, but she had to come out and command the box. Really interested to see that move from the back very quickly, playing football. There's Gat, nice turn, she's dangerous. Wild Goose has got some pace here, she does well. You just feel that Zohar Gat, the number 8 for Israel, has got a lot to give, and she's certainly somebody that is going to be a real danger in this match today. counter-attack. Stubbs is just not going to be able to... Sorry, that's McIntyre. Again, we're switching wings all the time. With the throw, now Stubbs on the left wing. Stubbs has got a chance to put this one in, and what a chance it is! Oh, Amy Kerr in on the cross from Stubbs. See the replay here. And what a ball. That's a superb ball in, and well, it was Stubbs and McIntyre both going for the same ball. In the end, the goalkeeper handles the shot. But the first big chance of the match goes to Northern Ireland. Minutes gone, a third of the way through this first half. I think it's fair to say Israel were considered, well, certainly locally, as the pre-match favourites. They are at home after all as well. It's a great tackle from Wild Goose, and again Northern Ireland so strong. Pitch looks in good condition. Not sure the Israelis would be too happy playing at a soggy Ballymena showgrounds. So there's no doubt the conditions here favour them a little bit. Alfie Wiley certainly will be very happy with the opening 15 minutes from his team. Not really put a lot in, and certainly there was a shot earlier of one of the Israeli defenders. She looked to be blowing quite a bit. She put quite a lot of work in. Very humid in the pitch today. Just looking, it's actually temperature-wise, it's actually only 13 degrees. But of course, we are a few hours ahead. It's 5 o'clock. Currently, in Israel, here's a chance, and Stubbs. Her shot is saved by Ben Barak. Second big opportunity of the night. Wonderful skill as well from Tweedy. Looks like all over the pitch, Northern Ireland players are just one step above their opponents, whether it's at the back or up front. At the moment, Israel are doing all they can just to try and hang on. That ball, if anything, just emphasised it, just hoof it away. Here's his chance here. Stubbs does brilliantly, and well, she's coming, she's got to shoot with her right, and that's not a bad shot at all. Goalkeeper does really well to clear that. She goes for the safe option, doesn't bother to try and catch, happy to palm it away. I can blame her with some of these balls that move in the air so much these days. Stoppage for a second. Coughlin, who's oh, that's a great touch from McIntyre. Here's a chance. Ben Barak saves again. The rebound. Oh, off the post. Unbelievable. What did Northern Ireland have to do here? Great touch from McIntyre. Leaves her defender for dead. That's a great save from the goalkeeper. Low to her right. And then off the post. Well, this has been absolutely brilliant start from the Northern Ireland girls. Keeper Ben Barrett, well, no wonder she's starting, because she definitely is a top-class goalkeeper. She's already made a couple of really good saves. A little bit of fortune there for Israel, but Wild Goose clears that situation. Of course, the only frustration here is that Northern Ireland have completely dominated this match so far and aren't on the score sheet. Of course, one of the things you learn about football is that Wild Goose does amazingly there. How many players is she taking on? And still manages to re-win the ball back. And here's Naomi McLaughlin. Despite the initial UEFA graphic of she was playing up front, Stubbs, referee says play on. She's not going to give that foul so easily. Wild Goose again. She's going to go forward now. Looks a real good all-round player. Out to Halliday. Players in the box. Triggers pulled from the edge of the box by McLaughlin. Again, Northern Ireland fashion a chance out of an Israeli attack. I think the Israeli coach, that was a shot of him there. I'm sure by Israeli commentators possibly just saying the same thing, that he's wondering what to do here, because at the moment his team are totally under the cosh. I don't know what the Israeli is for under the cosh, but he's probably saying that right now as well. Looks like the first corner of the match is from a missed kick from Wild Goose. Will go to Israel. Gat's all the Ducks are in town, and Gat will take this corner, and she's got a sweet right foot. Goes short, just changes the angle. Commentators curse absolutely there. Been building a rapport match. Northern Ireland playing football out to the back. Okay, they lost it this time, but I think that's the first time in this match they've given the ball away easily. Israel, first time they've actually got some players in and around the box. Rimnenko. Notice how two Northern Ireland defenders straight away are on her. There's no doubt that they're aware that she is the danger player up front, and she was double marked straight away. Stubbs wanted the ball to feet there, as you can see by her reaction. So here we go, 20 minutes on the clock. Maybe you just feel that Northern Ireland just have a little bit of a breather. They've totally dominated. They've tried to get the goal. They have not got the goal. Had some great chances. If it was a boxing competition, you might be tempted to stop it. Israel haven't really had a shot on or off target, to be honest. And Amy McAllister, it's her first goal kick of the match after 22 minutes. Flicked on by Riley Marks. Just hope that the energy that Northern Northern Ireland girls have expended in the match so far doesn't come to bite them a little bit later on. Sweetlove, what brilliant skill that was. And defenders are just taking on attackers. There's deflection there. This could run Northern Ireland's way, but doesn't. Now counter-attack. That got a deflection, I'm not 100% sure. So far as things stand, Israel will go through from this group, and next year will be in Group A, which the top team in Group A next year will qualify for the finals. Maybe Sweetlove there just limping as she's coming off. It's a concern. She just twisted something while she was turning there. Sweetlove's still off at the moment. McIntyre, beautiful skill from McIntyre. Okay, Clara quick, but this time one too far. Yeah, Northern Ireland have to clear. Israel just coming into the game slowly. Shanenko, there's Alfie Wiley sat down. Was it interesting? Just those little 2-second shots of the coach. You just see him giving a clenched fist. Come on, you can do it. There's no doubt. Northern Ireland girls are putting in a big shift, and that was brilliant play from Kerry Halliday on the left wing this time. Plays in McIntyre. Goes back and plays a loose ball there. Trying to find Amy Kerr. That was unfortunate. Northern Ireland certainly had players up, and they had to get back quickly here. And Israel have got players up. They've got 5 up for this attack. Don't give it away easily. And now Northern Ireland on the counter. Kerry Halliday. Got some real pace, Halliday. That was quite difficult there for Orion Biru there, number 21, playing right back. I don't know why we showed the formations that UEFA had set, and according to those formations, Biru was right winger. Well, there's no doubt she's playing right back in this match. Riley Marks back to Wild Goose, looking for options. Israel do push up, which leaves gaps in midfield. Slightly delayed reaction there from McLaughlin, playing number 10 centre midfield. No comment. Coming up to the half-hour mark. Israel 0, Northern Ireland 0. It's winner takes all encounter here in Israel's National Stadium. That was Amy Kerr having a shot from distance, just scuffing it a little bit. certainly one thing that's been noticeable in this match so far is that you do see that Israel are happy to push players up and are possibly leaving themselves a little bit short in midfield, giving Northern Ireland a chance to play. You see again, there's a big gap in midfield as they had another 5 players up for that move. They didn't even have the ball. Do seem to overcommit sometimes, hunting the goal, which could kill this encounter, of course. Tweedy on the first foray up that right wing. Marks back to Abby Sweetlove, who looks okay after coming off a little bit earlier. Kerry Halliday was asking for a foul level. It's been nipped in by McLaughlin, and McLaughlin will have the shot. That is wide. She needs to possibly not shoot from such a distance. Possibly got a bit excited there. Halliday, number 7 for Northern Ireland, really was instrumental in the game against Luxembourg, involved in both goals. After 83 minutes, Luxembourg were leading 1-0. And she was really heavily involved in both goals, second being a penalty with 1 minute to go, as Amy Kerr, number 8, put away. It's great to see the coaching bench down there just now. Alfie Wiley and Noel Mitchell. Alfie the one with slightly less hair, and both of them really instrumental in the development of players in the Northern Ireland pathway, thanks to sponsorship from Electric Island. Here's an opportunity as Shunenko looks to have gone out of legs, to be honest. A yellow card. Right, I have no idea what that was for. Gotta say. Oh, there you go. Clara Quigg going into the book. The referee deemed was a nasty little challenge. Oh, she's chased through and she scored! Oh my goodness! That looked as if it was going nowhere, but Rachel McIntyre has put Northern Ireland into the lead here in this crucial qualifying game. Coaching staff, their reaction says it all. But there was persistence for you. Northern Ireland totally deserved this lead. Long ball from Wild Goose. Didn't really look like there was much happening here. Flick on from Halliday. And there you see there's 2 defenders. And it was just sheer persistence from Rachel McIntyre, who just held off her opponent, which was Ovadaya, and McIntyre puts Northern Ireland into the lead, and what a finish that was. Goalkeeper wasn't far away from it. Takes a good shot to beat Ben Barrack. Northern Ireland, you can certainly say that they deserve their lead. Possibly we're just having a little bit of a rest there. Referee saying play on to that. Wild Goose. She's been wonderful at the back. She really is epitome of a solid centre half. She really does, and she's got the skills as well. Look at this goal again. Just watch number 17 here. She's got a couple of players to deal with, but she just holds off Ovadia. And wow, that was probably the only place she could have put the ball to score. And it was almost like a bit of a 7-iron, wasn't it? She got her foot under it. She knew she had to put it in the top corner, didn't she? Just. Well, now the onus is on Israel. Score stays as it is. Northern Ireland will qualify out of this group. That's possibly one of Israel's first shots in this match. Walking doesn't go too far. Floodlights are well and truly on here now. McIntyre, the goal scorer. She's been causing havoc all over the pitch, and I don't think anybody's worked out how to deal with her yet. It's a loose ball from Wild Goose for a change. Here's a chance down the left now for Halliday. Steps in. Here's a instead of going across goal, she's gone for the near post. And surely if she'd just gone across, look at this, she just beats her defender for pace and sidesteps another. That was Saka and Biru both just left for dead. And well, another goal here really would, you think, put Northern Ireland in a superbly strong position. Just got a stoppage here as Riley Marks is down. Not sure what's exactly happened there.
I think so.
There you go.
Yellow card.
Yellow card was given to Riley Marks. Well, it looked a little bit soft to me, I've got to say. And, well, I don't know if there's a little bit of evening it up on the home crowd, but that was just a side shoulder challenges allowed these days. I don't know to that. Shunenko, good quality cross. She's had to she's getting involved a little bit further out here, so she's normally a player that's playing straight up front, but she's obviously decided she's got to come out to the wing, and applause around the arena as Stubbs, who's planted out on the right hand side now, was bearing down. Vadia clearing the lines. This first half has absolutely flown by, hasn't it? 6 minutes to go. Northern Ireland with a very well deserved lead. You say that maybe even they deserve a 2-0 lead. Number of chances they've had. Israel certainly always pushing players forward. It's almost been a good tactic for Northern Ireland on the counter. They push so many players forward, and Northern Ireland seem to have extra players on the counter. Here's Wild Goose, who again misses out in the midfield. Ball's gone out. Clears the lines. Shunenko, who's, well, she's playing right midfield at the moment. There's definitely been a switch around there. She's just not getting any of the ball, and it looks like number 14, Buchholz, has got to play up front, and Shunenko trying to cause a little bit of havoc in a different position. Obviously changes made by the Israeli coaching staff. There is Belfer. Here's Stubbs. Stubbs has got a bit of pace. Just feel that Northern Ireland attacker totally at ease. 1-for-1 against any of the defenders from Israel. Tweedy wins the throw. Just on the end of that was Amy Kerr. Ben Barrett kicks a long ball out of her hands. Here's an opportunity for Halliday, who gets to the ball first. Ben Barrett is out. That will be a corner. Well, sometimes the long ball can work. A high line from Israel, and Halliday's on the end of that, and because she's also got the pace. And again, Ben Barak has saved her team. That would have gone in had it not been a touch from the Israeli goalkeeper. Buckland will take this corner. A lot of bodies in that 6-yard box. Back post, Kerry Halliday's totally unmarked. Israel, one of the Israeli players just realised that and ran to cover her. Was Tweedy with the foot up. Just thought for a second there, it was one of the players who'd been booked earlier. The last thing Northern Ireland need is a red card. Just feel that this referee is eager to flash the cards around a little bit. Really been a 2 yellow card half at all, this has. Both teams have played this in a great spirit. but still just cannot get with the pace. Giving the ball away far too easily. Riley Marks there, the captain, takes on her player. Acres of space ahead of her, and she's going to use it up. Oh, goes for the long-range shot. And with a keeper like Ben Barrack, I'm sure you heard the disappointment in my voice there. You're not going to beat a keeper like Ben Barrack from that sort of range. She's obviously a bit of a talent. Number 18, sorry, the number 18 in the Israeli goal. Biru up towards Adva Buchholz. Long distance shot. I believe that is the first shot on goals for Israel. 1 minute additional time announced.
1 minute.
In a half that's really been superb for Northern Ireland. 14 attempts on goal by Northern Ireland, 3 by Israel. It has been that sort of match. 7 on target as opposed to the 1 that we just saw from Israel just now. Still only 1 goal in it. We all know football. Whenever there's just a goal in it. Good tackle from Biru there. That will do us for the first half. What a half for Northern Ireland. And it's that girl, Rachel McIntyre, who's scored the goal that's the difference between the two teams. Stubbs has had lots of chances herself. Olivia Stubbs, she's had a few good half chances, but it's healer Ben Barrack who's really been the saviour for Israel, and is the reason that this scoreline isn't 2, 3 or 4. And the Israeli defenders have got a few questions to ask themselves when they get back into the dressing rooms. They really do need to think, how are they going to handle? You see an arm around Shrinenko, the number 10 there. I think all the players know that they've got a tremendous talent in their team, but she's just starved of the ball. And full credit to what has been a superb display from Northern Ireland team. Half time here at the Ramat Gan National Stadium in Israel. It's 1-0 to Northern Ireland. Like our national broadcaster has possibly gone to a commercial break, and what we'll do, if they do show highlights of the first half, we will collect them and play them out afterwards. But what we're going to do now is, there was a big match in Northern Ireland last week in the Centenary Shield, which is the under-18 schools competition. Northern Ireland have had great success over recent years, and in their first match a few weeks ago, very unlucky to lose out 3-2 to Scotland in a match that they actually totally dominated, and an inspiring goalkeeping display from the Scottish goalie meant that Northern Ireland came back from Scotland with no points. But the last time they won it, with Frankie Wilson saying in his commentary earlier today in the Schools Cup final, last time they won it, they actually lost their first match, so they were up for the match last week, which was held at the Danny Blanchard Stadium. games over the H&W Welders ground, and they entertained Wales, and this is what happened.
Hello and welcome to tonight's coverage of the Centenary Shield, which brings us to Belfast in Northern Ireland. We are at Blanchflower Park, home of Northern Ireland Football League Championship side Harland and Wolf Welders, which has allowed Wales to clear their lines in the first instance at least, but they're back defending again. Brilliant give and go. McStravic's pass, Tosh pulling it back behind the striker, and narrowly wide it goes from Donald Scullion. Well, it was a wonderfully worked move, wasn't it? And he wasn't too far off from finding the bottom corner.
Yeah, it was a brilliant play from Northern Ireland again, and as I said a minute ago, that it seems to be down this right hand side that Wales are struggling a bit, and Northern Ireland are just overloading them, and it was great play from McStravic. He's a very tidy player on the ball, and just think there that Tosh probably could have taken a better first touch on the initial cross, but certainly good play from Northern Ireland, and if they can keep getting into those positions, it'll only be a matter of time before they can score.
Made his debut for Pennybont in December, so has had a taste of senior football. Wales defending now. Tosh is in acres of space, pulled back perilously there as goalkeeper and defender nearly collide. Just one of a number of danger men that Lloyd Williams side possess. They haven't really been able to show their attacking strength yet, though. Northern Ireland have limited the visitors in terms of meaningful opportunities. Will that change here? Tosh sends it away. McFeely beaten to the ball. Great build up. Room for the shot. Haig winding up and driving it low. No pairs of shorts around the ground apart from those on the pitch. McKay. Fantastic ball inside. Wonderful vision of McFeely. Breaks the deadlock to send Northern Ireland in front. It's a fine pass to carve open Wales, and McFeely spun and struck, much to the delight of the home team.
Yeah, it's a brilliant goal for Northern Ireland. I think they've got a lot of their joy down this left hand side, and McKay does well. He's patient and he comes inside, and I'm going to give him the credit that it wasn't a shot. It was he was trying to probably cross it in, and McFeely does really well to spin his man and make the finish. But I think Wales will be disappointed, just as I'd said about Northern Ireland defending too deep. I think they've defended the box too deep and they've left McFeely free, and I think it's actually the left back trying to pick him up, and he finishes well, but as at this level you just can't leave your man free and defend so deeply or you'll be punished.
Northern Ireland 1, Wales 0, and it's high fives and hugs for the Northern Ireland players.
I think when Wales reflect on the goal, they'll be wondering where their two centre backs were, because it ended up being the left back trying to come across and cover, and when crosses are coming into your box, it's the man you need to mark, not the space.
Well, he worked so hard to keep that in there, Millen, but he might regret doing so in a minute. Wales trying to fire back instantaneously, and Northern Ireland through Kelly make a crucial block. It's always good to keep showing your toes when you're given a team sheet with a player that isn't on it, who's introduced as a substitute, but that's how quickly we work here anyway. We've been able to identify him. So another young Cliftonville prospect on the pitch. Pass working through his Wheels, who have just got off the hook at one end now, trying to do something special at the other, and I tell you what, they so nearly did, but that is remarkable by Brown, stretching a big paw out to push it over the bar. And Gwaine Dafford, he thought he was guaranteed a goal there.
We were right behind that, and that was an exceptional finish. Again, comes from probably
Montgomery on the corner. Wales can only clear as far as the edge of their box. Montgomery with a chance to get it in, the Glenfield Academy player. Scullion didn't have the power, it's ricocheting around, and is it going to be a penalty? It is. It looked a stonewall decision for the referee, and Northern Ireland now have a big chance to kill the contest.
Yeah, it was a good delivery again from Northern Ireland. Wales didn't deal with it well. I think it was Aidan Kelly who was about to score, and he was did well to get his body in front and get poor probably challenge from the Welsh defender. We'll just see it back here, but
Dolman it was that made the challenge, and you're right, Kelly was preparing to pull the trigger.
Yeah.
So Aaron Whiteman, who scored against Scotland, has his penalty saved, not guessing the right way. Bouncing around, but the ball belted away. Wales will get it back again. Well, so they thought. Whiteman, blistering pace. Wales have been ripped open. Whiteman can't find a spot. Well, he did all the hard work. It was extraordinary from him to rob Wales of the ball, to tear through them, but he just couldn't find that corner.
I mean, I was up at 3 o'clock this morning trying to do university work, so I know what it feels like. That's my excuse if the commentary wasn't good tonight. But no, it's difficult, and obviously some of the lads, probably had to miss a couple of days school last week. But I think it's you have to have a lot of self-discipline.
We'll just break off that to see if Wales can find a way back, and it's another wonderful save from Brown. I mean, his highlight reel alone is going to be something else. Morris, the latest player to be denied.
Yeah, superb save from Brown, and really, for all the domination that Northern Ireland have had, the chances that Wales have had in Brown has really helped make sure that they've...
On defensive duties here is Wales send it in with Menace, the keeper, again reacting quickly, and if they don't score tonight, they will wonder how they haven't scored tonight, because they have had their moments, but somehow Brown has the answers.
Yeah, well, this comes back to when you need to take score the penalty and get the third goal, because Wales are putting on the pressure, and it's a great save from Brown again, and I think this is where another one of my bugbears is when subs come on and they're not really sure who they're marking.
Oh, it's a brilliant ball, and there's the goal that does put the icing on the cake. Donald Scullion applying the finishing touch. Whiteman's delivery was pulled back, and it was a simple finish, but he still had to make it. Northern Ireland 3, Wales 0.
Yeah, Whiteman wasn't sure whether to put the ball in or not, but it was a superb delivery, and I think Montgomery did really well to pull it back, and Scullion was in the right position, and talked about making those runs. The third man run into the box is so often not tracked, and I think Scullion, probably one of the players that went under our radar a bit, but I think he's had a really good game. And when Kelly and McCart have won the headers, he's been the one picking up the second balls and won a lot of good physical tackles, and the goal is welcome reward for his performance, and a perfect night all round for Northern Ireland, but it certainly hasn't been a comfortable 3-0 win.
Wales sleeping at the post somewhat there. Montgomery wasn't bright thinking from him to put it back into that dangerous area, and Scullion nodding it in, the last contribution of the game, the last meaningful one anyway, as the full-time whistle sounds. Northern Ireland responding in style after last week's disappointment in Scotland with a thumping 3-0 win over Wales, who had their chances, who made Northern Ireland's goalkeeper work very hard at times, but in the end it's a glossy scoreline, and more importantly for Frankie Wilson, it's 3.
A big 3 points for the Northern Ireland under 18 schools, and here's a list of the games that are coming up. All the games are live on BBC Sport on the iPlayer and the red button. You can see there's some pretty big matches coming up. Northern Ireland next entertain England on the 25th, which will be live on the BBC channels. You see plenty more games coming up. Of course, and in fact Northern Ireland have a encounter down in Donegal against the Republic of Ireland on the 31st, and their season will be over on the Centenary Shield. Currently in equal first place with Scotland. Really tasty tournaments, and if you like your football, especially youth football, then there's some real stars of tomorrow lining up there. Always interesting to note the badges as well, of course. These are the official badges for the schools FAs. Do have the 3 lines in there, but Scotland have a similar badge, but the FAI schools, Northern Ireland and Wales with badges a little bit different from what you're used to seeing with the national teams. Well, teams will be out very shortly here, and I just wonder what's been said at half-time in both dressing rooms. On the big screen in the far side. The screen looks as if it's seen better days, to be honest. It's almost like we've got our own lighting show going on over there. Some of the bulbs are malfunctioning, but the score, it's what's on the pitch that's all important, and it is Northern Ireland who are leading, and deservedly so, by 1-0. We'll be back shortly when the teams come out for the second half.
שבוע גורלי במגרש הביתי. יונה רבותיי, אנחנו מזמינים אתכם וכולם לבוא לעודד נבחרת הצעירה של ישראל בקמפיין מוקדמות היורו 2023 נבחרות צעירות. ביום חמישי 24 לשלישי בשעה 6:30 מפגש מול פולין באצטדיון שלמה פיתוח בפתח תקווה. כעבור 5 ימים מפגש מול גרמניה בשעה 6 באותו אצטדיון בפתח תקווה. כרטיס משולב לשני המשחקים בעלות כוללת של 40 שקלים באתר לאן. בפתיחת המחזור השנייה יש לנו חילוף בנבחרת ישראל. את מספר 14 עדי אפוגלוץ מחליפה אותה מספר 11 מיכאלה רוב.
Welcome back to the second half. Seen Michele Worku coming on, the number 11, who's an attacking player, left-sided. Just not sure who's gone off yet. Really see the board it's being held up, but we'll keep an eye out for an absence of a player. It's a dangerous area in the box there. Should do well to clear that. Quick. Line for Halliday, who's been a real thorn in the side for Israel throughout this match. Who with the throw, but again Again, they give the ball away so easily. I think it was Bootschultz there that was receiving it. She just wasn't expecting it. Well, as it stands, Northern Ireland will win the group and will progress into Group A in next year's competition. And this batch of Northern Ireland girls will have done their job. Can only do what's possible. That's surely a foul, and the referee's not interested, turns away. Wild Goose, absolutely brilliant skills from Wild Goose, and now she's going off on a run. Not going to say any puns here, but she really has some ability. That number 5, Northern Ireland. Now we're in a slightly different environment, and but no, it just feels as if Northern Ireland are taking their time a little bit more. Sure, it's possibly been mentioned in the Northern Ireland changing room that time is against Israel here. And, there's no need to rush to take throw-ins. Just keep possession. There's no need to have that high energy that they saw in the first half. There's no doubt that Northern Ireland have just taken a bit more time here. You can just sense straight away. There they are. Northern Ireland coaching team. Noel Mitchell, assistant to Alfie Watley. He is going to give a free kick on this occasion. McLaughlin is going to swing this in with the left foot. Ireland got a few players up. There's 5 on the edge of the box here. Israel do have some height at the back. It's well cleared away, but Ireland seem to win every second ball that's going. Halliday. Headed clear by Saka. Kerr. Out to Tweedy. Tweedy puts in a dangerous cross. Cleared again, but it's straight to another green shirt. McLaughlin back to Tweedy again. Tweedy does well to keep that one in. Under pressure. Just a little bit too much there. All out of play. First 5 minutes of the second half, the only thing we've seen difference is Northern Ireland just drop the tempo a little bit and just take their time. Well, the substitute came on to number 11, Kaylee Worker. I don't think she's touched the ball yet. That's been the problem. The forward line are not getting any service whatsoever. It's breaking down in midfield. There's another one. Thrown straight to Riley Marks. Ovian Biru. The throw. There was the again, it's been lost again in midfield, and here's the counter now. Stubbs. Wonderful skill from Kerr. Out to McLaughlin. Really been enjoyable watching the how the Northern Ireland team are putting their game together. That will be a throw-in. Here we go. This is well worth watching again. Well, we didn't see the challenge, but Riley Marks takes a sore one, and a yellow card is brandished. And that was number 16. No, sorry, number 15. Alemkin Fenter. There's another one of those players. There's a long ball and a header was won. Just 8 yards out there by Tweedy. And now there's a slight gap at right back here for Northern Ireland, but well, look who's back. Tweedy is back. She won the header. Oh, that's tremendous. That's absolutely tremendous. It's the number 2 for Northern Ireland here, who flicks on. And as the ball is played, it was the number 2 who was back to challenge for the ball. Incredible effort from Sarah Tweedy there. They really are battling for their lives. Here's McLaughlin, wins the ball again. Stubbs coming in, just goes loose, but again there's no strength in midfield. Finally, Israel have a bit of space in midfield, but it's given away. Kerr with the ball, 2 options ahead. Plenty of space here for Stubbs. Free header, is it? Well, he picked out the one player who was between 2 Northern Ireland players. Now Northern Ireland on the counter. Sorry, Israel on the counter. Holiday certainly has to be a potential for the player of the match. She really has been superb. Tweedy for Stubbs, who's now on the right wing, switching all the time. Stubbs comes inside well. Tweedy's on the overlap, looking for the ball. Option didn't happen for her. Wild Goose almost losing the ball, but she's at it again. This is another superb run from Wild Goose, and she finds a player whose flag has gone up for offside. At first glance I didn't think so, but maybe our director will give us another look at that. Wild Goose certainly a danger. Every time she gets the ball, she sees an option going forward. She doesn't hesitate. All the voices you can hear on the pitch, but mainly Northern Ireland voices, to be honest. They're geeing each other up. But while there's only 1 goal in it, we all know football, anything can happen. Gattu's, well, she's hardly had the ball. It's been incredible. The star midfielder for the Israel team has just had no supply herself and not been able to serve the forward line. What you've seen is quite often the forward line have just dropped back. So sometimes when a long ball is played, there's nobody even up there for Israel. Whatever was said at half-time doesn't seem to have fixed the issues that Israel have in this match. Still being dominated in midfield. Front line are dropping back a little bit. There's just nobody to pass to when they do get the ball further forward. Wild Goose plays along the ball. There's the right back, Tweedy, again pushing forward. Stubbs. Kerr. Kerr's going to try and take them on, and there's a step across to take her out. anybody can appeal here. It's probably 2 fouls there, actually. Certainly the first one was the one that caused her to go, but if that wasn't happening, then the second player was coming in to just step across her anyway. Naomi McLaughlin will take the kick. Will she have the shot? It's very tempting. She has done. Wasn't far away at all. Got to say that Ben Barrett looked comfortable with it. She wasn't diving. She knew it was going to miss. It started off well, just bent away, and McLaughlin was hitting hands there. I think she expected a little bit better from herself. Dispossessed in midfield by Gat. Got a bit of space for the first time with a wasteful ball. And well, you just saw Shrenenko in the background there, just holding her hands up, saying, what sort of ball is that? She's getting no service whatsoever. This is a player who's scored goals aplenty for the Israel team. See here, she's dropping back a little bit to try and get the ball. She doesn't want it played long. Number 10 in blue. She's a bit fortunate there to get away with a misplaced pass. Beautiful skills from McIntyre, the goal scorer, but just goes out of play. Shots on target at the moment. Shots. Stats are 15 to Northern Ireland and 4 to Israel. It really has been that sort of match out there today. Just coming up to the 30 minutes to go mark. Oh, Wild Goose shrugged off by Shrenenko, who's on her own. She's got no support whatsoever. And in the end gives it away, and Wild Goose was chasing her down. Northern Ireland coaching staff would have been a little bit alarmed there, but Shrenenko just didn't have an option of anybody to play the ball to. It's almost as if you need to count the players on the pitch here in blue. There seems to be a player down. Long ball from Biru. Shrenenko again drops backwards. This time she does have some options. Gets the ball back and will go for a long-term shot. Oh, what a shot that is! Oh, what a save from Erin McAllister, who's had nothing to do all match, and she pulls off an absolute worldie here. Long distance shot from Shrenenko. I've been building Shrenenko all match as to what a player she is. Look at this for a shot, and that's a top corner pluck out from McAllister. Another dangerous ball in. There's bodies in here for Israel. Dangerous moments. Wild Goose off the line and wide. What an opportunity for Israel to equalise there. Oh my goodness, 2 misses football through and through. Shrenenko plays a good ball in. The tall players are up for Israel. Ball's bouncing all over the place. This one beats McAllister. Wild Goose steps on the ball and it's off the line. And oh my goodness. Well, if anything's going to give the Northern Ireland team a little bit of a jolt, had McAllister pulling off a worldie. And a clearance off the line. And well, Israel still shaking their heads. The coaching staff are... It's another long distance effort. That's awkward. McAllister manages to get there. Wow. Well, here we are. They say football is played in stages. This is a stage where suddenly Israel are rampant. The last few minutes, that was an awkward one from McAllister for sure. That was all she could do. Number one is make sure the ball doesn't end up in the back of the net. With that ball being so awkward, that was the best she could do, and she did well enough. Wow. This game has suddenly come to life. Israel have a little bit of a extra something about their play at the moment. You see the players are pushing up. They feel that suddenly this might be their moment to get back into this game. They've had nothing so far. Here comes McIntyre chasing that one down the left, but she'll happily just let it go. While Shrenenko there, that's a mark of a top-class player. She had one half opportunity from long distance and almost got on the score sheet. Here's McIntyre. McIntyre turns inside. Cleared by Israel, who definitely seem to be a little bit more confident now. That's a good ball. They're not giving the ball away as they were beforehand. Tweedy does well there. I think it was Tweedy on the line. I need to see if I can check. It all happened so quickly. I think it was Tweedy who cleared off the line there. Now Israel certainly stepping up the pace. 25 minutes to go. Northern Ireland still lead by a single goal. Fenta, who really has had zero ball in the opposition half, and that one's been given to Northern Ireland, much to her annoyance. Shrenenko there saying who's going to take the throw. There's no doubt there's a Israel want this ball in play as quickly as possible, and Northern Ireland want to take their time. Good call from McAllister there. Picked up by Stubbs. Out wide to Halliday. She'll take on her player, there's no doubt about that. That's a great ball across. Here's Kerr. Just knocked it wide. The first touch just let her down. Still a good cross in. Israel clear. McLaughlin wins the ball back. Feeds Kerr again. McLaughlin will chase this down. Wow. Number 6 for... sorry, number 5, Elbaz, seems to be just treading water at the moment. She looks as if she's gone on the pitch. A few weary legs. They have been defending hard. Northern Ireland have been rampant in this match so far. Definitely looks like... I think it's number 8 actually. Gat also looks to be struggling to shoot. Tries a long shot, but it's wide. Referees, I think we may have a substitution. Okay, I will. If she has like pulled a groin or something, then that will be the reason why she wasn't running fast enough. I will apologise, or she'll never know that I said that in commentary. But it looks like she has got an injury, and that's why she wasn't running very fast at all. Sapir Elbas. Well, a definite change of atmosphere out there tonight. Two incredible chances. You've got to say that probably, apart from a Northern Ireland goal, those two opportunities were the second and third best chances to score in the whole match. Bit of treatment there for Avishag Ace. Tocky. Back to Wild Goose. Nice play. Out to Halliday. Kerr on the outside. And Halliday's going to use her. Israel are a player down at the moment. Kerr does really well there just to shield the ball. Remember, these players have put in a real shift out there. As we get towards the 70th minute, there's going to be some tiredness, and Kerr seems to certainly be a little bit tired. Looks like number 5 may not come on. She's looking like she's struggling there. Just seeing it on your picture. Holiday wins another throw. But Elbaz looks as if she's not going to return. Looks like she's pulled a groin, and that's going to be a substitution for sure on the Israeli team. There's a couple of players look like coming on. Number 16 is Moran Moskovich. Number 9, Ravid Cohen. Cleared, but Shunenko is onto that, and she's starting to revel more in this role that she's playing. Just pulling back a little bit. McIntyre wins the ball. Back to Stubbs. A few tired legs on that pitch as we're into the last 20 minutes of this match. McIntyre could have gone down there if she wanted to, and she probably regrets it now. Israel come away with the ball. Oh, and that's the sort of pass that Israel have not been able to manage. Gat, this is danger signs. Substitute Worku. First touch let her down, and Tweedy manages to clear the ball out of play. So here come the substitutes. David Cohen on. Number five for Elbas, who left. Then it's Fenter who's coming off. She's not really had a good day at the office on the right wing. And she's number 15 is off. So Moskovich is on. Well, 20 minutes to determine the fate of the Northern Ireland team. Performed admirably, if I could say it, out here in Israel. Just sense now that they're off the case, and here's Shrenenko. It's a strong shot, but straight down the throat of McAllister. And Shrenenko now starting to come into her own a little bit here. You just feel that Northern Ireland have put so much effort into this match early on. At half time, it's probably come at a bad time for them, as one of us commentator Coleman Balls, as he's well known as in Private Eye magazine. But certainly the Northern Ireland team seem to be a little bit more tired in this second half, and is the referee going to give a free kick for them? Well, Kerry Halliday has a big grin on her face, because I don't think she realised herself it was a free kick, but she'll very happily take it. Chance for Northern Ireland just to eat up another minute. I think coaching staff there both thinking about what are they going to do. Are they going to bring on a few fresh legs in midfield perhaps? The girls who started and are still on the pitch now have been fantastic. Just feel that run out a little bit of juice. Second goal here would be wonderful. To the back post, ball is free. Tweedy's trying to get on the end of it. It's come to McLaughlin, who's McIntyre swings and misses, and Worku. Worku lost the ball. You've still got it, mate. Naomi McLaughlin. Wonderful skill there. And yeah, there you go. Good job it went into his hands. Kerry Halliday, fierce challenge coming in from Biru again, who I think I noted early on in the match, she doesn't really hold back. She relishes the tackle, you could say. Always good for a defender. You just feel that Northern Ireland need a second goal. If anything, like the last 15 minutes is to go by, I do feel that Israel could well score, and Northern Ireland do need a second to seal this match. Those balls there were just not happening in the first half. Israel really putting it together. Again, a wasteful ball, and a chance for McAllister to maybe just sit on this for a minute. Well, fair play to her, she carries on playing. Wild Goose goes long, but it's given away. Biru. Tweedy clears the line. It's almost like midfield for Northern Ireland is looking a lot more sparse than it was in the first half when they were totally dominant. Shrenenko. She still looks as fresh as a daisy, probably because she hardly got the ball in the first half. Long distance. McAllister does tremendously for a short goalkeeper. That was a deliberate shot there, and a great shot from Gat. She knew what she was doing here. McAllister is not the tallest, and she was definitely trying to dip back just under the bar. Very clever play there from Gat, and another half chance goes to Israel. 15 minutes to go, plus whatever stoppage time, and there will be some. This crucial Group B encounter. McIntyre's away, but she's on her own. Doesn't have a lot of support. Just Halliday up. McIntyre might go herself. Shot gets blocked and Biru clears. Wild Goose is appealing for a foul. A little nudge from behind, which wasn't given. I feel the game has really opened up here. I really get the feeling as we're going to see another goal here. It's just a question of who scores it. Good play from Sweetlove. And Israel again retain possession in midfield. We never saw that in the first half. Tweedy does well here though, and Tweedy's off to the races. Just a heavy touch. Biru clears. Now it's Israel who have plenty of time on the ball to build up their moves. Sharon, but given away. Here's Halliday, 2-on-2. Will Halliday go to take on her player? She's meant her match there in Dolev Obadia. Some tight legs on that pitch, isn't there? Looks like the first substitute is getting ready. Emily Reid preparing to come on for Northern Ireland. I'd be surprised if we saw a fair few more subs as well. But here's the first one. And it's Olivia Stubbs coming off, who's had a wonderful game. She's been such a threat throughout. Emily Reid will enter. Certainly some fresh impetus needed for the Northern Ireland team. Tweedy swings it in. Time is against Israel. They've got 12 minutes to get on the score sheet. A 1-1 draw will mean that Israel top the group, so it really is like a sudden death scenario here. Olivia Stubbs can be very proud of her performance today. Reid is out, yes. Be surprised if we do see a change in midfield at some stage, but depends on coaching staff and how they see it working. Halliday, well, great effort from Halliday, swings in the cross, it's a dangerous one, and all Israel can do is put it out for a corner. Israel are not going to score while the ball is up on that part of the pitch. Just looking at the stats of the match, and well, remember a little bit earlier it was 15-4, well now it's 15-10. Northern Ireland haven't had a shot on target for the last 25 minutes. Sorry, a last shot, never mind on target. Dangerous ball into the 6-yard box, but the keeper, Ben Barrett, does really well. And now here comes the counter. Wild Goose is putting pressure on. Early ball, Kerr clears up. Good play from Israel, but that ball's gone into space. Tweedy's on it. 10 minutes to go. Really exciting game here, live in Israel. Northern Ireland women's under-17 team providing us with a sterling performance. Can they hold on? There's no doubt that Israel are on the up now. They know it's do or die for them. They might even commit a few more people forward in the hopes of just getting that equaliser. Here the coaching staff screaming out from the sidelines. The Israeli coach is not a shy character, you can certainly say that. That's one of the balls that Israel has troubled them all match. They just give it away sometimes too easily. It's more of a loose ball into space rather than to a player. Northern Ireland winning back. Wild Goose has got a bit of a right foot on. What a ball that is. Ben Barrett's come out. Halliday gets to it first. Well, almost certainly Ben Barrett being out there put her off. What a ball this is. And Halliday's off to the races, but Ben Barrack has noticed it. Well, that's tremendous. You've got to say that's tremendous goalkeeping, because she knew that Halliday had beaten the defence. She had to try and do something. It's Halliday again. She's involved in everything. There's Reed, ball across to Kerr. Ryan will be very happy just to take another 20-30 seconds over this throw.
Come on, number 2, play. Turn. Yeah, just having. Hey, take this. Here, you be ready. You be ready to go.
Of course, the prize for winning the group is you really are mixing it with the top elite in Europe next season. This would be an absolutely incredible result. The Northern Ireland girls might be a substitution. I think there's a debate going on the Northern Ireland bench at the moment. Tweedy slightly put off there. Skewed that one wide. 7 minutes to go. We're all clock watching, aren't we? 7 minutes plus whatever injury time there is. Israel come forward. Here's Gab, the danger midfielder. She has been outfought many a time in that midfield, and Kerr again beats her. Kerr with the ball now. She's got space. Halliday. Miru blocks again. Kerr. The referee says no foul. Beautiful skill from the substitute, Mikovic. Really has to put in a last-ditch tackle there. Israel getting players forward. Shrenenko again, Wild Goose. What a stalwart player she's been at the back for the Northern Ireland team. Got players up, so many players are up here for Northern Ireland. Sorry, for Israel, excuse me. Yeah, I'd say that was a foul, wouldn't you? Well, those sort of shots. We've already seen McAllister, her ability on the long distance shots. There's no doubt she has really been superb in this second half. There's that moment, that save from Shrenenko was absolutely incredible. She's got her feet across, fingertips to it. Considering that she's really not been involved in this match at all. Biru's completely all over Halliday there. To go. Wild Goose goes long. Cleared, and Shrenenko, well, back in her own half now. And that means there's nobody up front. Complete emptiness. The Northern Ireland's defence, but given away needlessly there. Quick manages to make up for that. McLaughlin plays in Reed, the substitute. Reed looking for Halliday. Kerr does well. Halliday happy to take the throw. Oh. 4 minutes to go. plus probably a couple of minutes of additional time. Is it too early to go to the corner? Of course it isn't. But Tweedy's not going to. She puts a cross in. That's a dangerous cross. Goalkeeper's come out. Here's an opportunity. Oh, it hits a defender and goes wide for the corner. What a chance. Well, this is the first time a goalkeeper's looked a little bit uncertain there. And the ball's out. Oh, hits was it the number 4 of Vadia, and goes out for the corner. What a chance that was to put this game to bed. A goal now. This tie is well and truly over. Oh, it's in! And it's Tweedy who scored for Northern Ireland with a header. And this game is signed, sealed and delivered. Northern Ireland will win Group A here with just a few minutes to go. Oh, what a header from Tweedy. We saw a high ball into the 6-yard box a second ago. And Tweedy jumped best. Look at you saw the number 10 there in the bottom. Naomi McLaughlin was on the floor. Pretty emotional. And Northern Ireland girls, the under-17 women, are going to come away from Israel with a famous victory here. 2 minutes to go. Israel have just got to throw players up. There's no other option. All they can hope for is a freak score now. And Northern Ireland, all they have to do is just defend. And well, here's Halliday off again. She's been a danger from start to end. Fancies a little pop here. Just over. Well, if I was choosing a player of the match, I've got to say that Kerry Halliday would probably be in. Solid tackle there, and Avadjev is staying down, but well, what a result this is. Against the odds, really. Israel came in as favourites. There's a long distance shot. Is that over? Oh. Right, well, I'm sure we're going to see a few replays in a second. I think that just didn't go. But here's another attempt. And, well, here we go. Our replay man can't wait to get this on. This is the Frank Lampard moment. Is it over the line or not? Ooh. You know what? I think it was over. Was that over? I'm sure we'll see another replay in a second. Doesn't matter now, really, does it? I'm told by my director that it didn't go over. It was on the line. Wishful thinking. Can Israel get, well, what would be a consolation goal? They certainly could feel themselves a little hard done by. 2 chances in the space of 2 minutes midway through, as Northern Ireland decided just to take a little bit of time up here. Amy Kerr, who's been absolutely fantastic in this match, is going to be replaced by Kerry Smadden. Team flying back from Israel. We're very proud of what they've done here tonight. Time almost up. Tweedy, score of the second goal. She doesn't believe in going into the corners, does she? She wants to get that ball in. Maybe too young for all that negative stuff. Just play the game. Oh, there you go. She's been listening to me. Surely we're going to be time up any second now. It's all gone very quiet. I think the coaches have realised this is all over. Clockland just happy to waste a few more seconds up in the top corner. Going for the consolation. Here's Worku. Ball on there, and Cohen. They've done it. An incredible result for the Northern Ireland under-17 women. They thoroughly deserve the victory here and have taken the victory by 2-0. They will win their group undefeated, and an absolutely brilliant performance from all the girls in green. There's hugs and celebrations throughout. Absolutely tremendous match. And a tremendous result. And Northern Ireland under 17s women will next season play with Europe's elite. What an incredible performance. And Israel, well, they had their purple patch, didn't they? You really felt that the equaliser was coming. But tremendous defence. Tweedy at the back, who cleared the ball off the line. And McAllister, who pulled off a worldie of a save. Well, those girls will be definitely very happy, and there'll be celebrations into the night for sure before they come home. And yes, get a photo together. The last match in this competition, and too right, they should get a photo. What a result! Tremendous scoreline for Northern Ireland. Well, they've turned off the big screen. They're all going home here in the stadium. It hasn't worked out as they'd hoped. I think the Irish girls might keep the groundsman up a little bit later tonight and take their time getting themselves ready for the coach back to the hotel. What a superb score. Northern Ireland take the victory here. You can almost hear that back home. But it's a full-time score here. From the Ramat Gan National Stadium here in Israel. It's Israel 0, Northern Ireland 2. Thank you for watching. Hope you've enjoyed the coverage. Thank you to our friends over in Israeli TV who provided the pictures. And goodbye.